Welcome to Mission Breakdown Series. Ready or not? Thank you. Come again. Every approach shown in this series is based on experience and testing, but no strategy is guaranteed to work every time. Ready or not, AI is intentionally unpredictable. What these tactics will do is increase your chances of surviving and completing the mission. The first approach for thank you, come again map is lethal. Let's take a look at the map to plan the approach. We're going to be deployed on X mark. The green path is the route I'll take. I'll check point 2 from outside to see if there is any suspects before moving into point 1. The yellow marks represent possible suspects locations and their numbers from 4 to 5 expected. As you can see, suspects can appear almost anywhere because their spawn locations are randomized. So you always need to be prepared for unexpected encounters. The orange path is an example of possible flank. This can happen when you engage suspects while still outside. Once you announce your presence, suspects may try to reposition and attack from another angle, so always expect a flank. Using lethal force only when you are being actively assaulted is important if you want to avoid losing score. Let's move to loadout. Loadout is something I see as a personal preference, using the shooting range as I explained in before you deploy to get comfortable with your weapons. The loadout I choose for myself and my team is built around a combination of precision, control, and flexibility. For weapons, I focus on accurate platforms while considering the possibility of suspects wearing armor. Choosing the right weapon can make a major difference when dealing with armed and resistant targets. For equipment, I bring multiple tools to control situations without immediately relying on lethal force. Flashbangs, 9-bangs, stingers, and the M320 launcher, flash, or stinger are used to disorient suspects, create openings, and increase the chance of getting them to surrender. The lockpick gun gives us the element of surprise by allowing us to open doors quietly instead of making our presence known immediately. The ballistic shield is used for specific situations where extra protection is needed. Finally, the mirror gun is one of the most important tools in the loadout. It allows to gather information before entering a room by revealing suspects' locations, civilians, and possible traps behind doors. A good loadout is not about just having the strongest weapons, it's about having the right tools for every situation you might face. Once deployed, you will see a downed civilian needs to be reported. Get your weapon attachment ready. Lasers are a useful tool because they improve weapon control without giving away your position, like a flashlight can. However, remember that your light discipline still matters. Using your flashlight at the wrong time can reveal your presence before you're ready to engage. I see a door open, giving away that a suspect might be there.
Anyone got a light? LSPD, don't move! Put your hands where I can see them. Slowly get down on the ground. Hands in the air. Police, don't move!
I turn my flashlight on to help me reveal suspect
LSPD,
location.
I want you to get down slowly. Police, hands up!
As you noticed, AI team reacting to civilian. Pay attention to these voice lines because they can give you important information during the mission, especially when you are clearing multiple rooms and you need to know whether you are dealing with a threat or a civilian.
Down on your knees!
Listening to what suspects saying is a major advantage to help understand their behavior.
Take my woman and let him get him down slowly.
Yo, what the fuck? I'm out of here.
I yell, trying to lure one out.
Down on your goddamn knees now!
The suspect at a low, ready position for his weapon, meaning he's not pointing at you yet. And that's when you can try to get him to comply and surrender.
Get down on the floor right now!
Once a suspect raises their weapon and points it directly at you, this is considered an active assault. At this point, you are authorized to use lethal force to protect yourself and your team. However, if the situation allows it, you can still try to de-escalate and force the suspect to surrender instead of immediate engaging.
Hands up above your head!
Taking damage affects your ability to stay accurate, making it harder to return fire effectively. This is why positioning and using cover and avoiding unnecessary exposure are extremely important during engagements.
Get down! I want to see hands!
Commanding suspects to move toward your location is highly recommended when possible. This allows you to control the situation without entering a room that you have not cleared yet. Instead of pushing into an unknown area where suspects may have the advantage, bring them into a position where you have a better visibility, better cover, and more control over the engagement. Once I identify the suspect, I throw a flashbang toward their position to create an opening and make the approach safer.
I thought you were one of them.
Secured.
Here is my first mistake. After checking the right side, I failed to check the left side before moving in. This could have easily put me in danger because a second suspect could have been waiting outside my view.
I ain't do nothing. I was just
Get
Moving
down!
into handcuffs. Come out now!
Get down and keep your hands up!
We're with the police.
LSPD, don't move. No.
You
Good to
know
go.
what?
You
LSPD, don't move.
Don't shoot.
I don't want to get shot, okay?
I got lucky this time as the suspect surrendered immediately. But this is a good example of why you should always clear your angles before committing an
Tie them
entry.
down.
Going into cuffs. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do or say can be
Red
used
team.
against you. in
This is one of my personal preference tactics. AI teammates are not always the most effective when it comes to clearing rooms by themselves. So I prefer to use them in situations where I can keep them safe and maintain control. The goal is not to let AI do everything, but to use them strategically when they can provide support, cover, and an additional security during the operation.
Good to go.
Since the suspect moved away after the flashbang, I switched to my pistol before approaching the door. The reason for this is to prepare for a possible close-range encounter if the suspect decides to rush me. However, this is a situational decision and will not happen every time. The weapon switch depends on the situation, the distance, and how the suspect is reacting. Since I'm planning on clearing the left side of the building, I close the door and wedge it to block any flanking.
Hey, what about me?
Wedge is good.
I positioned red team on the left door and used the wedge on the main door to prevent any unexpected flank.
Jammed it.
Pussy ass bitch.
LSPD, don't move! Hands
Get on
up,
the
don't
ground!
move.
Hands up above your head!
Always be careful around
Please,
open
don't move.
doors.
Do I look like a criminal to you?
Hands
I'm
up!
giving
Drop
up,
to your
Chloe.
knees! Restrain
Moving
him.
into handcuffs.
Another mistake happened here. I left an open door unsecured without a teammate watching it. Whenever you leave an area uncleared, you should either have someone covering that direction or close and wedge the door before continuing the clear. Leaving an open path behind you gives suspects an opportunity to move into your blind spot and create a dangerous flank while your attention is focused elsewhere.
Are you
Cuffs and
gonna
red.
take
Ordering AI team to execute do not work sometimes.
these off after?
Go.
Civilian ready for transport.
Entry team, this is Talk.
I'm with you.
Trailers in.
Hands on your head, now! LSPD, don't move!
You won't always spot suspects with the mirror gun, but you can often hear them moving or talking on the other side of the door. While checking under the door, always keep an eye out for the traps as well.
I'll wedge it.
This is one of the objectives you need to report.
Cover this area.
Yep.
Stack up.
Ready. Door's unlocked. In the way, Chief.
Red team,
It's open. We're good to go.
post up and cover. Open and clear.
No problem. Moving! Opening on the left.
AI teammates can sometimes react to a suspect or a civilian in a different room, causing them to move toward that location on their own. As soon as I noticed that happening, I immediately took Blue Team with me to clear the open dining area since the kitchen was left exposed.
Falling
We're here to
behind me.
help.
Got your back.
Up and ready. Civilian
This is Talk. Trailer standing by.
Now! Hostile down!
You don't even know why
Swap
I'm
with
here.
me. Moving. Opening on the left.
Since Blue Team didn't follow my command, I had to deal with the situation quickly. I throw a flashbang to gain control of the room, giving myself time to secure the area before suspect could take advantage of the exposed position.
Provide support on me. Hands on your head!
Here.
The moment the Bring Order to Chaos objective is completed, it means every suspect has been dealt with, either detained, incapacitated, or neutralized. At that point, there are no remaining active threats on the map, and your focus should shift to securing civilians, collecting evidence, and completing any remaining objectives. Civilians can move around the map as well, so keep that in mind during your clear. Even if you already secured an area, a civilian may move into that location later. Always confirm who is inside each room and avoid assuming an area is completely clear just because you checked it earlier.
Hands off me.
Elements to talk. Civilian ready for transport.
Talk to lead. Trailer's ready.
One of the objectives that you need to report:
One obvious DOA. Civilian.
This is Talk. Continue with your mission.
one of the soft objectives you need to report.
Please, this is Talk.
Civilian is
Put them on
obvious DOA.
safe and let them hang. Great job.
Practicing the mission repeatedly is what helps you improve. The more you run through the same scenario, the easier it becomes to recognize situation, know what actions to take, and react faster when something unexpected happens. Learning the map, understanding possible enemy locations, and refining your decision will make each attempt more controlled and efficient. For a less lethal run, I prefer using the beanbag shotgun over a CS gas-focused loadout. The main advantage of the beanbag shotgun is control. It allows you to engage suspects individually from a distance and immediately pressure them into surrendering without affecting your entire team or the surrounding area. CS gas can be useful for controlling groups, but it has some limitations. The gas affects everyone in the area, including your own team, and it requires better positioning and timing to get the most value from it. It can also make room clearing slower because you have
Anyone
to
got a
wait
light?
for the gas to take effect before moving in. The beanbag shotgun gives you more precision and flexibility. You can choose exactly who to target, maintain better awareness of the situation, and quickly switch back to controlling the fight. For these reasons, a beanbag shotgun loadout is usually more constant for a less lethal run, especially when your goal is to achieve a high score and avoid unnecessary force. My personal approach with beanbag shotgun is to use it mainly for close-range engagements. The goal is to get close enough to make accurate shots while keeping control of the situation and increasing the chance of suspects surrendering. When dealing with open areas, I prefer using flashbangs first to quickly create an advantage, giving me a safer opportunity to move in and use beanbag effectively. This approach allows me to avoid unnecessary risks while still maintaining control during a less lethal run.
Do it now! Get down! I
Talk
want to see
to.
hands!
Proceed with mission. Talk to entry. Trailers incoming. Proceed with caution.
It's acceptable to use beanbag shotgun on civilians if they refuse to comply with commands and continue to resist. However, it should only be used when necessary to gain control of the situation and avoid using unnecessary force.
We got a kid here.
Ready to go.
You have to stop them.
Get down! I want to see hands!
Fucking gun now! LSPD, hands up! LSPD, don't move! Police, hands up!
Put your hands up!
LSPD, hands up! Okay.
Right now! Hands on your... Now! Listen, and police, get down! Police, down! Drop it and get down! All right.
You got me.
I got cops. Evidence secured. You'll be safe. Good to go.
Live large, man.
Elements to top.
I got nothing.
Civilian is
Talk
ready.
to entry team.
Entry team
Continue with objective.
Good to
We
go.
got a dead civilian here. Notify.
Entry
Down on
team,
your
this is
knees,
Tom.
hands up!
Trailers
Put
on the
your
way.
fucking hands up! Down on your goddamn knees now! Hands up! Do it now!
Fuck you.
On the ground! Hands up!
What the?
Going into cuffs.
Restrain him.
Let them all zip got it. I got you. Don't worry. Hey, civilian
Why are you
restraint here.
keeping me here? Can you talk to me?
Civilian is DOA.
This is Talk. Notifying Tim.
Can't even get gas for your car without something fucked up happening.
Secure the area.
Permit closet.
Down on your knees!
Making it safe.
LSPD, don't move!
There's nothing on me.
Police, hands up!
I don't know those
Lead
people.
the top.
Talk to element.
Civilian, ready
Put
for
him on
transport.
safe and let him hang. Great job.
You making a mistake, man. You just don't know.
If you made it all the way to the end, I really appreciate you watching. Let me know what you think in the comments and share this video with someone who is new to the game and wants to understand what to expect before jumping in. Subscribe for more Ready or Not content, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more. Juice.